You got here just in the nick of time. What does that make us?
Big damn heroes, sir.
Ain't we just?
So you're not going anywhere.
Charles Streeter.
My name is actually Charles David Streeter, so you get away with that.
I knew that.
No,
I
you
knew
didn't.
that.
No, you
and
didn't.
I was just testing.
No, you didn't.
I was. So, top 5 favorite category this week is favorite LGBTQI themed movies and TV shows. So,
Right.
David, what's your number 5? What's your number 4?
Charles David.
Charles David, what's your number 5? What's your number 4?
My number 5 is Orange is the New Black because it's a vibrant romp and it's leery and funny. My number 4 is Call Me By Your Name.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
See, okay, that's very good choices. Call Me By Your Name, is that out yet on, that's on, I know it's out on Sky
That
and so on.
is, yeah, I think that's out. That's out. That
So
was
Sky Cinema.
that was back end of the Oscars, wasn't it? Yeah,
Yes,
should we
yes.
yeah.
It's out on Sky Cinema. It's not hit terrestrial TV yet. That'll probably be in another 6 months, maybe a year or something like that.
Charming movie.
Yeah.
Charming movie.
But Orange is the New Black, you can get that on Netflix. It's Charles David Streeter, who's the co-writer and producer of Into
you're gonna
the Mirror.
pull that one, aren't you?
Of course, I'm going to.
he's running with it. He's running with
We
it.
Oh, I am.
need
I am.
top 10s, not top 5s here.
Why do we need top 10?
This is because we have ties. For
We
every
don't
single
have
one.
time for a top 10. We barely have time for a top 5.
Yeah.
Well, since there have been I think 11 films in our.
I'm glad you're keeping count.
No,
anyway,
no.
let's move on.
Let's move on. So, Charles, what is your number 3 and what is your number 2?
My number 3 is a documentary called Dressed as a Girl. It's a Netflix documentary, and the only reason I whacked that in there is because that was an influence of our movie Into the Mirror as well. It's basically about the upcoming drag and transgender scene in East London, and a couple of the front runners for that. Just a wonderful documentary, very honest, very kind of. But kind of beautifully shot as a documentary, but just honest.
Okay.
And follows some really truthful and celebratory and somber stories as well.
And that's Dressed as a Girl and it's on Netflix.
Dressed as a Girl on Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your number 2?
My number 2 is Blue is the Warmest Colour.
Nice.
Yeah, that's my number 2. That's my number 2.
That missed my list mainly because I completely forgot about it as soon as you mentioned it. I was like, what?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's the first. I guess it's the first lesbian movie I've watched as a straight man that delves into quite a hardcore again enjoying the subconscious of the kind of that kind of genre of movie, but just really getting inside a young girl's mind, but also what a young girl today has to deal with, and the struggles that are still there.
And watching her blossom through this relationship and how it evolves, it just okay.
Yeah.
In the studio is Charles David Streeter, who is the co-writer and producer of Into the Mirror, which is an LGBTQI themed movie, and that's what we're basing our top 5 favorites today. And he's going to tell us what his number 1 is.
Number 1 is the Dallas Buyers Club.
Ooh, Matthew McConaughey.
Gave birth to 2 Oscar-winning performances, Jared Leto and Matthew McConaughey, and just a beautiful film, a very inspiring story. Love that it's a straight man at the head of the story. Obviously, it's a horrible story, and you know, it had such struggle, but such an inspiring story of how a man can enter into a community and just kind of find acceptance, find himself, find out how accepting that community is and how generous that community is in compared to an absolute redneck state of just pain and aggression and prejudice, and actually turning around. My favourite scene in that movie, and it's the smallest scene and it's the smallest moment, and it's just such a wonderful turnaround moment where they're just shopping together, him and Jared Leto, who plays a transgender woman, and they're just shopping, and he's been kind of half bullying her, half tagging along and using her the whole story, and he comes across one of his old friends, his old drinking buddies, and an actual pal. and he gets them to shake hands, which is Power's disgusted. Not only is he hanging around in this community, but also that he's helping them. And there's just that moment where Jared Leto just says, no, it's fine. And he just goes, no, shake his shake his hand, and it forces him to shake his hand. And the way Jared Leto, it's just the most beautiful close-up, just catches the smallest sparkle of the beginnings of a tear of acceptance in Jared Leto's eyes, just to say that is all we need. It's just those small kindnesses and just the chance to kind of be shown the kindness of a community is, I love that.
That's a great pick. It's a great pick.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Jared Leto. Sorry.
Do
You're all
wanna
about the lookers, aren't
I'm
you?
sorry. I'm so shallow. I mean, sometimes I'm trying to think. I'm trying to delve underneath the skin of the movie, and then I'm just like, hello.
You just
It's a
look
shame
at
Jamie's not here.
you just look at a good-looking actor.
No,
and you just think,
it's
"Me."
lucky. It's lucky he's not here.
It's
Otherwise,
lucky
I'd be
Jamie's not here,
completely
yeah.
tongue-tied. I have nothing to
There's
say
not
whatsoever.
enough chairs in here, so she might be sitting in his lap.
Of course.
There we go.
Laura, what's your number one?
You can see me. Oh
Yeah,
dear,
'cause-
Facebook. You can see me blushing.
Facebook is
That could be arranged.
Facebook,
Oh, no.
Facebook caught her blushing.
Oh, I love it.